When your whole house needs an overhaul, it can be time-consuming and expensive. Keith and Mary's Portland Fixer-Upper has been a work in progress since 1996, with no end in sight. Should they keep investing?
We moved here 11 years ago from Washington, D.C. We came west for a new job for Keith, and there really weren't very many houses on the market, but we knew almost the minute we walked in. We kind of looked at each other and we were like...
The house when we first saw it was really move-in ready.
I'm not sure it was completely move-in ready by most people's standards. We didn't know where we were really going to start, so the project picked us. We had a leak, and that necessitated that the master bathroom was going to be the first project that we had to do.
We bought this house back in 1996 for $290,000.
We've spent approximately $160,000 to date in renovations on this home.
Even with Keith doing most of the work himself, they foresee spending another $100 grand to complete renovations, including the backyard and the kitchen.
The kitchen project's important to me because I'm a chef here in Portland.
We're thinking possibly it might be worth $750,000. If we can really get the value out of this house, then we'll go forward and do the upscaled kitchen. If, on the other hand, we find out that the house just isn't really worth what we hope it is,
We'd be so depressed.
it's gonna be really sad.
I'm really excited to see the Ericksons' home. I'm hoping they took into account the grandness and the scale of that home when they did their renovations. I hope it's not a remodel. What that means to me is a remodel gone bad.
When we first looked at this house, when we were thinking about buying it, this is the very first room that we came into. We added French doors to the front of the living room.
And then the other thing we wanted to do was be able to replace the marble on the fireplace.
This is above and beyond what any buyer is going to expect. You just don't see architecture like this. The return on this room alone is going to be around $100,000.
Wow. We are now entering what I refer to as the most embarrassing zone of the house.
The only thing we've really done in the kitchen is to replace this stove, but that's it. That's all we've done in here so far.
I said, don't wait. Change the look of this kitchen immediately.
We should go top the line here.
Absolutely. I think a house of this grace and beauty deserves a kitchen like that. Don't wimp out on it.
We started in this room by basically just gutting it. We wanted to refinish the walls, keep some of the character, so we kept some of the traditional light fixtures that were in here originally.
They also refinished the doors and fireplace and built a large cabinet to hide the TV and their clutter.
We spent roughly $2,500 on the whole overall improvements that we put into this room.
That's really incredible. You two are so thrifty. It feels like a luxury hotel suite.
We ended up turning this into a true master bath suite by taking out another door that was here.
It's gorgeous. The one minus in this room is I thought it would be bigger. So tell me how much you spent in this room.
Roughly about $9,400.
Your numbers are amazing me. You know, people spend $15,000 minimally to put in a master bath. The relative low amount that you are spending is going to just increase the return by so much. I'm speechless. What is going on out here?
Believe it or not, it's going to be a Mediterranean courtyard.
This is going to be a water feature with planter boxes.
Oh.
The back, we're going to put in a row of Italian cypress in the back so that that will grow up.
Perfect.
And give us extra privacy from the house behind us.
Oh, smart. You also live on a busy street. I've heard buses going by. Anything you can do in this backyard to drown that out and create an oasis is going to be money well spent. As it sits, I don't even think I could bring a buyer back here.
Keith and Mary have heard the good and the bad. Is it about to get ugly?
This house can't go anywhere until those 2 items are done. The Mediterranean style and all the square footage you have really make this house a rarity. The architectural details, the way that you've played up the restoration, really makes dollar sense. However, the downside, and it's really low, you live on a busy street. Buyers do have a hard time purchasing on busy streets. That kitchen, gotta go. That backyard, gotta be better, or else this house isn't going anywhere. I took into consideration other solds with the same amount of square footage that you have. I would list your house today for $785,000.
All right. That's great.
Keith's hard work is paid off handsomely with an appreciation of $335,000.
That's as is today. If you do the renovations, I could easily list your house for $889,000.
Wow,
that's great.
That's
better.
awesome.
That's better.
Better get to work right away.